Let's talk science. Hit the like button, subscribe, get down in the comment section. Tell me your thoughts on Dubois' approach and what you think AJ could have done better, so on and so forth. Tell me your thoughts about just the general fight. The bigger breakdown comes later. We'll frame the fight like this. It's concise combat analysis. What does AJ want? He wants a slow paced fight where he can adapt to the variable, set up big counter shots. Daniel Dubois wants to disrupt that, and so he starts off with the intent to do so. The question is, how does AJ respond? Dubois starts off the fight with aggressive, twitchy, constant feints, putting out a jab, not to land, but to invade space, right? And AJ is surrendering space. You can see him right there, losing territory, getting backed against the ropes immediately. So as soon as the bell rings, Dubois coming out, setting the tone. In this sense, almost instantly, Dubois takes control of the fight. If Dubois' goal is to overwhelm and disrupt, he seems to be accomplishing that early on, not just because he's backing AJ up, but because he's forcing AJ to respond and react to at an elevated pace and intensity. For example, you see Dubois just slightly back up in response to AJ's jab, but then when Dubois' jab comes out, AJ takes bigger steps. So AJ is more reactive, more responsive. He's wasting more energy. He's more worried. Keynote: Dubois is more comfortable in the fire because it is his game plan. We're going to talk more about that. Two defensive errors that haunt AJ throughout this fight. One is the low lead hand, right, and just low guard in general, which is good for offense but requires reactionary defense or constant head movement. And two is circling towards Dubois' right hand, and both of those synergize, compound, and amplify into a much bigger problem in totality. He's essentially lining himself up, and Dubois controlling the pace and the variables, and so everything is in his favor currently. However, AJ is aware Dubois is bullying him around the ring, so he tries to reclaim lost territory by advancing with a step-in jab. And you see Dubois get back a little bit and reset, and then as AJ tries to get more space, more territory, he's trying to take more control of the fight, Dubois responds. The game plan is to hold AJ's feet to the fire, and Dubois is fighting fire with fire in order to do so. And he's standing his ground and holding on to his desired pace. Also, again, look at the difference in reaction. When Dubois got a jab thrown at him, he backed up a little bit. AJ's backing up a lot. And very early on in the fight, Dubois is looking to come over top of AJ's jab. He's looking to come over top of that low lead hand because he knows that lead hand is going to be low anyways. So he sees this within a few seconds of the fight starting. Another opportunity in which AJ is trying to reclaim lost territory. He feints. He's doing some heavy feinting, heavy twitching and stepping to really get Dubois to back up, and it's working. But again, when he actually tries some offense, Dubois is willing to fight fire with fire. He's willing to eat a shot to give a shot, and that's a massive difference in mindset that's changing the trajectory of this fight and how it's playing out. Now, Dubois is very aware that his jab is causing AJ to back up, and so he jabs at AJ. He touches him just a little bit, and AJ is taking big steps back, and AJ is getting cornered. And Dubois is aware of this and he's going to jump in with another jab, knowing that AJ is going to be focused on that, trying to react to that, trying to respond to that, and he sneaks in that right hand behind it. So he knows that if he jumps in, AJ is going to be worried about the jab, and so he can line up a right hand based off of that, especially with AJ's low lead hand. Even as the pace starts to slow down and AJ starts to relax, you're going to see Dubois is he's still not discouraged. That's a key thing. He's still not discouraged, and AJ was starting to throw some pull counters, starting to throw some right hands, and so Dubois is actually getting some fire put back on him. And we can tell AJ is relaxed by a couple of reasons. He's faster, more loose, but also he's starting to set traps, and that's how you really know when he's relaxed. And he does like a really common trap here, jab to bring out Dubois' jab. So he wants Dubois to step in. That's why he's patiently waiting. As soon as Dubois does, he's waiting there. That's why it's a trap. Slips to the outside, throws his uppercut, and it partially lands. And so, but look at Dubois' reaction. Again, difference in response. When AJ gets hit, he tries to get out of there. When Dubois gets hit, he tries to answer. And that's a big reason why AJ is having trouble finding his pace, his rhythm, his comfortability. And so there's probably two primary reasons why AJ gets absolutely blasted with this big overhand. And there's probably a couple of smaller reasons. For one, obviously lead hand down, which we said a few times, and I think everyone that was watching is like, put your guard up, put your guard up. But then the second part is Dubois had all of the incentive to go full steam ahead and take big risks because there's opportunity for him there. And yeah, there's potential counters, but he's showing that he does not care, right? So Dubois not caring about the counters and AJ not defending himself properly is a dangerous combination. And so when Dubois steps in like that, AJ is not expecting that right hand to come. And a very important point to end this off, AJ would have had to knock him out tonight, but when AJ had the chance, Dubois' willingness to fight fire with fire still came out on top. And so that proves the point. Even when AJ had Dubois in a bad situation, Dubois' approach to the fight, his game plan still allowed him to win. He knew he had to exchange. He knew he had to put himself in rough situations, and he was willing to do so. Yeah, that's all, fight scientists. Bigger breakdown coming soon. Notification bell on. I'm out.